Let's discuss in this video how actually can you edit the data. That is, suppose you have downloaded the protein sequence of any particular or this amino acid sequence rather for any particular protein, or let's say enzyme. So how can you edit the data? That is, the first step that you have to do is you have to go for alignment. So during alignment, so let's first see that if suppose, so obviously first of all you have to download the data, and you have to, while downloading, as you know, you have to screen the data. That is, you don't want any unwanted data, so you have to set a particular amino acid range, and within that you obviously don't want the predicted ones, the hypothetical ones, etc. So you need the actual sequences, and also this is point number one. And point number two is that you need a specific size. That is, you have to first go through literature, and then you have to find out the exact size of those particular sequences, and then you can take a range of this amino acid size for proteins, and then you have to work with. So first of all, let's work with this. This is the animal screen animal data. Sorry. Yeah. So this is the screened animal data. So, and the software that we are going to use for this is going to be Mega. So as you can see, we have this particular thing has already has come down here. So let me just minimize. Alright. So suppose this is the whole data that we have. So you have in total 71 sequences. Now each of these 71 sequences, they obviously vary in their length of the amino acid, and also so if I can show here, so if I scroll down from here to here, and then you will be able to see all of them are different in size, and so the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to go for alignment. So how we are going to go for alignment? For that, we need to select all the data, and then so what there are two softwares or two algorithms to do this. One is Marcel, and one is this one, that is your cluster diamond. So you can go for either of that. So for this experiment, what we will be doing is we will be going for Marcel. So this is the interface, so where all the different things, what is the gap penalties that you have assigned, and this is the memory or iterations, and more advanced options like which particular clustering method you are using. And so here we are using UPGMB and minimum diagram length. So all these things we are not changing any of the settings, we are just keeping it as it was. So what we will be doing is we will be going for compute. So if we allow this to compute, this will show us the data. So here, as you know, this is where the alignment has taken place properly. Something like this. So where this alignment has taken place properly, there you will get to see this star. So as you can see, in this data is going nowhere. There is hardly anything present over here. So what we have to do is we have to trim the data, we have to clean the data, and how we are going to do it. See here, if I go, so for suppose number, let's say number, this one is number 30. So for this one is number 2, or basically this is amino acid number 1. Now if I go to the end of this 30, then this is the amino acid number 853. Okay, so now we have to think about how many of amino acids we are going to take here. So for that, what first of all, in this trimming, what we will be doing is we will be uh, rather than just for now, for this purpose, so what we will be doing is we will be trimming off, or basically we will be deleting a few amino acids from here. Now why I am not trimming and I am deleting it, because let's say this one, the one I am seeing here, this one, Daphnia magna 22. So if you can see, except for one or two, all these amino acids are different from rest, all of the other amino acids. So that's why, as you can see, if you just, so if you just go through this number 22, so all of these are different from the rest. So there are also polymorphism, there are also changes, but in this particular lane, if you go along the whole length, you will get to see almost all of the amino acids are wrongly placed, that is, they do not belong here. So even this is not just amino acids, this is even after we have already after we have already done the alignment. So for now, but having said that, we will keep this in mind, which particular is there, and then if later on we will try to trim this out. But for now, what we will be doing is we will be as because secondly also, another thing you have to find out is that whether another copy of the same particular gene from the same species is present in your directory or not. So as you can see, this is cryptochrome dash from Daphnia magna, that's the species. So here if you can see, there are plenty other Daphnia magna is present, so many of them. So if you just get rid of one for the sake of this the whole study, then that won't be a very big issue. So what we are going to do is we are going to delete this one. Okay. Again, here if you see this particular one, or let's see if there is any other sequences there or not. So this particular whole stretch, as you can see here, from here until here, this whole stretch is only present in this particular sequence, that is number 39. That is, again, if we see what is this, that is cryptochrome dash from Varanus Comodoensis. Okay. So let's go and screen this particular sequence if the others are the same or not. So some of the sequences are same, some are different. And what about the 39? Yeah, so what about the rest of the length? So this is somewhat different and somewhat same. So for now, let's keep this, and then we go. So all these gaps, as you will see, this one is a big gap. And so if you remember, I had said this earlier also, that the level of this checking that you have now, that was not there in details or in that much extent in the previous one. So many sequences, wrong sequences have been submitted. So here clearly you cannot have a KKKKKKKKK here. So there is some issue with this particular thing. So you can do one thing. So now basically what you cannot do is you cannot actually go and trim this thing off. Okay. That is not done. So here again, as you can see, this is this same species that we had using, that is Daphnia magna. So here again we have the liberty to of actually deleting this thing off. So this Daphnia magna, we are seeing many problems with the same species. So if I delete it here and come back here, so again you can see here, this is a species which doesn't make any sense. As you can see, this has been added within this amino acid sequence, but this is no amino acid sequence. And as a matter of fact, as you can see, this gap over here, this gap, so this gap has been created by this particular same Daphnia diagonal number 19. So as you can, if I scroll up and down, there are no other species which has got this XXXXXXX. So this particular whole gap, this is being created by this particular species. So in order to rectify this particular alignment, or make this alignment work, what we are going to do is we are going to trim this thing off, or we are going to delete this particular species. So we are deleting this sequence. Okay, now if we go back here again in this particular species, as you can see, so here this area is not present in any other organism, among any other animals. So again, why I am saying this doesn't make any sense, this XXXXX, that it doesn't denote any particular amino acid also. So other than that, as you can see, other than this region, the rest of the regions are actually falling in pieces, but this region is actually creating a nuisance for the whole alignment study. So again, if we, and this is again this same species, Daphnia. So if we delete this one and then we go for other studies. Okay, so this one is number 36. So if I go along number 36, the rest of the portions are not creating much issue, but this portion is creating an issue, and this is actually doing. So why this doesn't really make any sense is that, as you can see, if 2 or 3 or 4 different species had any stretch like this, then that's not an issue. But when only one sample has a stretch like this, that means they are not, I cannot guarantee, but the maximum probability is that there is a series, there are some issues during the sequencing of the sample. Otherwise, this particular, so see, if I let's assume that there have been some mutation taking place, or anything, addition, deletion, whatever. So you cannot actually expect a addition of this size, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 6 7 8 28 nucleotide long, sorry, amino acid long. That means 28 into 3, that will come to 78, if I am not wrong. Yeah, 78 nucleotides. So this much of an inclusion, this generally does not happen, generally, as I can say. But having said that, why I said they did not happen, so there, so see here, if you can see, maximum are T, some are K, some are L, some are I, S. So this is basically a mutation that has taken place, and that is understandable. Mutation do take place during the evolution of species or any other reason. But here, this particular thing is we don't have any explanation for this. So for now, what we can do is we can. So another thing, when you are deleting anything, always make sure that you are you remember, or you note down somewhere what is the species that you are deleting. So if later on there are any issues, or you actually can go and check back in NCBI why this sequence was different from the rest of the sequences. So anyway, so we have noted it down. So for now we are going to delete this particular sequence. So as you can see, after deleting, all this has become stars. That means all of these other species, they didn't have this particular region. So that is the, that's why you have this much of a region which is now showing this star. That means there are the reason why they are showing star, because all of them have no amino acids in them. So we will see to it how this thing can be sorted. Anyway, so if we chlorine, okay. So here also there are very big gaps. So let's see how many amino acids. So probably some of the species that we have already deleted, some of them had this created these gaps. So as because those things have been deleted, so these gaps has automatically been rectified. So gap is not an issue. Again, gap is not an issue if this gap. So suppose 6, 7, 8 animals or species, they have got this many sequences, others do not have. That can happen. That is a probability. But when you are doing this only for, or you are seeing this only for one particular species, then there might be some issue with that. And this much is still acceptable, but you cannot have a 28 amino acid region. So that is that doesn't really make any sense. Okay, so now what we will be doing is we will be again using all of this data, select all, and then we will be going for another round of this alignment. Okay, the alignment has been done. Now let's see the end of it. So at the end, this particular species again, this Daphnia magna, they have got huge amount of sequences. Number 18. Okay, so let's see what is how the 18 looks like. The rest of it. So now, if you can just see this data at the very, if you remember the very after the very first alignment, there are hardly 2 or 3 stars. There are hardly 2 or 3 alignments here. Now, if you can see, there are number of stars. If I scroll along that whole data, as you can see, there are number of stars. The number of stars has increased manifold. Now there are some sequences which are again will be creating some issues, so we have to again further see to it to what are those species. So here, as I was saying, see this particular FP, these are present in 1, 2, 3, 4 few sequences, right? But not all the sequences, but still, as because they are present in few sequences, so there might be this particular addition has taken place. So that's understandable. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's understandable. But when you see a 28 amino acid long region, that doesn't fall under any rule. Anyway, so let's go back here. Alright. As you can see, the number of stars is increased. Another thing which we actually can do is that won't actually, if you keep the data like this and then continue your further studies, that won't change the ultimate result much, but look wise this will be more what is the word, aesthetic if you clean the data. That is all, see, some of the species they are having this many sequences. So clearly now if you see, if you go back to NCBI and check this size, I can guarantee you these are the sequences which were bigger in size. So if you remember, you had a range of this amino acid length. So these are the ones which were on the higher side. So we had taken a ratio, I mean a window that is from here to here. So these ones here, this one here, this basically will fall under the ones that are bigger in size. So what we can do, which I said, as I said, that will look more aesthetic, is we can trim the data. How we are going to do? We can trim the data. Let's see. So these are the sequences. As you can see, these are the sequences which are extra. So let's take any one amino acid from which, so if you take C, this particular one number 14, 15, this is missing this 6. So I won't prefer to take it. So I prefer to start taking from any nucleotide from which in all the samples it is present. So let's take from this one. and go back all the way up to here, back. Okay, so another thing that I can tell you, see from here, if you right. So this is a shortcut. So what you can do is you can simply select the L over here, this particular column, and then you can just keep the mouse pressed and go left twice, leftward, and then to the very end of it. So this is one option of selecting, and then you can directly press the delete. Another option is you select again, you just click over here, and then you shift press, sorry, I said the opposite thing. You press shift and then you press home. So what it does, it goes to the very first column, that is this one. So then it will be automatically it will get selected, and you can directly go for delete. Same way, another thing I would like to show to you, although I am not going to trim that right now, I will trim it later on. That is, suppose here, as you can see, till here all the sequences have got these amino acids, and after that it is a bit scattered one. So what you can do, that we will probably do it later on after seeing through the data. You can select here, and if you want to go till the end, again you have to press the shift and you have to press the end. Then it will automatically, all the rows will be selected till their last column. So these are a few shortcuts. Anyway, so we are not doing this for now. So let's get back here, and then we will be doing is so for now the data looks kind of clean. So we will just go for this alignment again. Compute. Okay, so this alignment is being done. So this is starting from here. So as you can see here, as I mentioned, there has to be, so when the species is evolving, when new species are getting generated, so obviously there will be mutation, there will be addition, there will be deletion, everything. Otherwise there will be no variation. The genetic polymorphism, the whole concept is not going to stand if there is no mutation or addition or deletion. But there has to be a way of that. There has to be a synchronization in that. You cannot expect a 26 amino acid, 28 amino acids to be added at one particular scenario. So here also, as you can see, ATVK, this is not present anywhere else, if you can see. Only present here. But we are not bothered about this because this is welcome. So here this E, this is also present in these two sequences. So this actually does happen in nature. This much mutation, this much change does happen in nature. As you can see here, the number of stars, if you can see. Here also you see multiple stars. Here in these 4 species, so probably this will be same species. Yeah, definitely. So here this R has been, instead of I, this mutation has taken place and R has been incorporated in this. Alright. So now what we can do is 2 things. We can either keep it like this, or we can, as I mentioned, clean the data. Now how are we going to clean the data? So we can keep till here, because till here all the amino acids are there. Very importantly, not here. So we have to go. Okay, now this one is good. So now, if you remember, the size of this particular species, or rather this particular enzyme or protein, was something around 489. So after all this streaming, the number of amino acids that we have selected here is actually 482nd. So the whole coding region almost is present in here, so we have not deleted anything from the coding region. So that is good, because what we have to make sure that so basically what we can do is we, uh, we can the first few ones that we deleted, the last few ones we can keep a few more nucleotides, or if we keep just 482, that it will do our work, that is good enough, because we have covered the major area. So this plus minus 5, 10, 15, that really doesn't make any sense. So if you remember the ideal, the first paper, total number of nucleotides reported were 489, and here we have 482 that we have selected. So let's do that. From here let's select the end and then we delete it. Now if we again go for this alignment, so this will be the data that will be generated. This will be the data that will be generated. So this whole region there is. So now again, see, there are areas, if you can see, where very minimum number of stars are present. Like if you can see this particular screen, if I select this whole screen, there is 0 star actually, 0 star. Okay. Similarly, if I select this area, there is huge number of stars. So now if there are some regions which are more prone to this, you must have studied in many of the things that inside our genome or inside the whole DNA sequence, there are some regions which are more prone to mutation, and which some areas are more relatively less prone to mutation. So as you can see, these are the area which very little mutation has taken place, right? But if I go back here, this area, quite a bit mutation has taken place here. So this actually is the basis of genetic diversity. Okay. So here this particular line or this particular sequence here, this might be another issue why this much of less, this area doesn't have much of the your alignments or alignment stars. The reason, so if what we can do is basically we can delete this, but we are not doing this for now, we are keeping it like this. But just for the discussion's sake, if we remove this particular sequence from here, this will further increase the alignment score or total number of alignments that is present in this particular area. As you can see, this Y, F, G, G, E, all these different columns, they will have the star, which they are now missing only because of this particular sequence. So this is not the final one, but just for the sake of you, so that you will understand, let me show you. Suppose this G, this is number 217. Okay, so let me remove this particular thing. Okay, so 217. Okay. So let's remove this one. Okay. So let's remove this. Now if you can have seen it instantly, we have seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the stars generating over here, just as one sequence was deleted. So that is how much difference one sequence does make to any of such an alignment when you are going for such a study. So this is now, so now what we can do is we can take back this. So for now we are not going to delete this, we will keep it here, and we will move forward with this one. So and also see these two species here, this one, So you have to see that if these two species are somehow related or not, because they are having the gap exactly at the same time. Although they are having some of the differences here, but this particular gap is exactly of the same size. Now, again, if this has happened in three species, if this has happened in one or two, or one, then that obviously didn't make any sense. But as because the same thing of exact size can be seen in these three, so there might be something which is which area, some of the particular area has been deleted from all of this. So what we can do is later on what will be done is, suppose when we will be creating the tree, then we have to check it out whether these three species, and this one and this one, they are coming in, most probably they will, but whether we have to see whether they are coming in the same clade or not, that is during the evolution, whether they were whether they diverge at the one particular time of life. Okay, so this is all for today's but this particular, so that the region that I had shown, that is present in three species, but this particular region, this is present only in this region over here, this is present only in one species. So ideally what you can do, if it is not present in anyone, you can leave this off as well, or I mean you can strike this particular number 8 as well, but for now we are not doing this because show you. So this is also present in number 8, so that might be, or this actually, let's keep it like this and go for further analysis, and then we found out how this particular species looks out. Alright, so this is how this particular trimming can be done. So like this, if you follow this few tips that I have given you during this video, then hopefully you will be able to utilize this for any other sequences that you have downloaded from NCBI for any of the bioinformatics or whatever studies you want to do. So hopefully this helps.